Hi, this is Ayush from CosmoQuick, and here is another one of our videos on how to hire better, how to hire faster, and how to hire efficiently. And this video is titled "How to Avoid Bad Hires and Reduce Hiring Risk." Hiring is not just about optimizing the way you hire, but also to prevent bad hires, which cause a lot of nuisance later on. So let's get started. So, bad hires are often treated as unfortunate accidents. In practice, most hiring failures are not random events. They are predictable outcomes of weak evaluation systems, unclear role definitions, and inefficient filtering processes. So, it is not just something that happens, but it is a byproduct of how your system is designed to hire people. So, avoiding bad hires is less about intuition and more about structure and systems. So, why bad hires happen so frequently? Hiring mistakes rarely originate from a lack of available talent. They typically emerge from process fiction, ambiguous role expectations, over reliance on resumes, interview driven impressions, cognitive bias, decision fatigue. So, when evaluation lacks clarity, misalignment becomes likely. So what is the hidden cost of a bad hire? So bad hires rarely impact only salary budgets. They introduce compounding business costs like lost productivity, lost managerial bandwidth, lost execution momentum, and team friction, replacement cycles. And for startups, this damage is often amplified because in a startup, even a single person can cause a lot of problems, and in big corporates problems caused by single person may not be that much amplified compared to a startup or a company which is small in nature. So every role directly influences velocity. So the principle here around which CosmoQuick is built and which I'm trying to convey here is hiring risk is a system problem. So I'll repeat it again. Hiring risk is a systems problem. Bad hires are rarely prevented by better gut feeling. They are prevented by reducing uncertainty within the hiring workflow. Clarity reduces misalignment, filtering reduces noise, signals reduces guesswork, and structure reduces bias. So the step number one here is define success before evaluating candidates. A candidate cannot be evaluated effectively without a clear definition of success. Ambiguous roles create ambiguous decisions. So you have to clarify the core responsibilities, expected outputs, required competencies, non-negotiable capabilities, and performance indicators. So hiring accuracy improves when evaluation is anchored to role success rather than the candidate impressions. So the step number two here is prioritize signal over resume strength. Resumes communicate claims. Evaluation requires signals and relevant experience, demonstrated demonstrated capability, execution history, practical validation. All this is something that you have to look for, and once you prioritize signals, you will hire better. So, resume polish is not always correlated with role performance. Resumes can be faked, and optics can often deceive you. So the step number three here is separate interview performance from job performance. Interview primarily measures communication ability. Anyone can fake it, anyone can uh, learn how to speak better in a short frame of time, but they do not entirely communicate what they can do. So roles measure operational effectiveness. These dimensions frequently diverge. Strong conversational performance does not guarantee execution capability. So evaluation improves when decisions extend beyond conversational impressions. The step number four here is reduce cognitive bias in hiring decisions. As a human, we have this tendency to be biased. We do not look the world as it is. We look at it the way we want to. So there is similarity bias, halo effect, confidence bias, recency bias, charisma bias. There are a whole lot of biases. So you have to remove them from the lenses of your perception and see people as they are. So step number five is avoid perfection bias. Many hiring delays and errors originate from unrealistic expectations. Hiring is something that is affected by these, and searching for flawless candidates, overweighting minor gaps, extending decision cycles, all this leads to late hiring and bad hiring because the best of the candidates are not waiting. They are being hunted by the companies, agencies, recruitment companies, and similar ventures. And step number six is improve candidate filtering before interviews. Bad hires often originate upstream. They are not a byproduct, they originate from the very beginning. The weak filtering produces noisy pipelines. Noisy pipelines produce inconsistent decisions. Filtering precision directly influences hiring quality. Better pipelines produce better outcomes. So the why guesswork persists in hiring. Unstructured hiring workflows rely heavily on subjective interpretation, general impressions, vibe matching, surface level tension. This model increases variability and hiring risk. So what reduces bad hire probability? Effective hiring systems prioritizes clear success criteria, signal focused screening, better candidate filtering, reduced bias exposure, high alignment before interviews, Hiring quality improves when decision inputs improve. So the core insight here is bad hires are rarely prevented by isolated tactics. You have to design your entire systems which prevent bad hirings. Clarity, filtering, signal visibility, bias detection, all this helps you hire better and prevent people who are not good for your company. So hiring confidence improves when uncertainty is reduced. So here's a live demonstration of how CosmoQuick works. You can now and you get this form which you can fill up, and once it's filled up we get all the info you are looking for. We rewrite the JD and we hire the best people for you, and you are assigned only the people who perfectly fit the criteria you are looking for. Thank you.